Yo, what's going on, everybody? You're watching Giants Now by Chat Sports. I am your host, Marshall Green. Appreciate everybody for stopping by, as we've got some breaking news that we got to discuss on the channel. A player that was once a Giant, took a one-year break, is back with Big Blue in the secondary. We got to talk about that. And the New York Giants just created $15 million in cap space. Is another big move coming? What are they going to do with that? And could they be creating more cap space? A lot to talk about on today's show, but this is why you subscribe to the channel. No matter where we are, no matter what we're doing, even if we're at the at-home studio prior to heading in this afternoon to cover the Knicks game, we're going to get you the Giants breaking news that you need. So hit that subscribe button, turn those notifications on, and be a real one. All right, Jason Pinnock, once a Giant, always a Giant. Jay Penny, you are a New York Football Giant once again. Jason Pinnock was a member of the San Francisco 49ers last year, played in all 17 games for the Niners, but he was with the Giants in the 2022 season, 2023 season, as well as 2024. He played in 46 games for Big Blue over a 3-year stint there, and this deal is coming in for the veteran minimum on a 1-year deal. Pinnock is going to have to prove his worth this summer, make the roster, look good in training camp and going into the preseason. But I like this move a lot by the New York Giants. He just quote tweeted Jordan Schultz, who broke the news, and said, "Blessed with an apple and a heart." So Jay Penny, who's back with the Giants, and I'm pretty fired up about it. Jordan Schultz says this will be a 1-year deal for Jason Pinnock to return to the Giants, where he's expected to be part of the secondary depth as it continues to be built out for new defensive coordinator Denard Wilson. Just 26 years old, Pinnock had 6.5 sacks and 11 PBUs, as well as a pick 6 during his first stint with the Giants. And let's go over some of those stats. He had 211 total tackles, 12 tackles for loss, 11 QB hits. This is someone that had 1 fumble recovery. He forced 3 fumbles. He had 10 PBUs according to Pro Football Reference, and he had that 102-yard pick 6 against the Miami Dolphins. He also had 2 interceptions, both coming in that 2023 season. I thought Jason Pinnock was best when he was used as a blitzer. In 2022, he had 11 quarterback pressures. In 2023, he had 10 quarterback pressures. And like we talked about, he had a couple of nice plays and a couple of sacks for the New York Giants as well. 6.5 coming with Big Blue. I go back to, I believe it was the season opener for Jason Pinnock back in the 2025 season, I want to say, or I guess it technically would have been the 2024 season, where the New York Giants started their season off against the Minnesota Vikings. Did he have a sack in that game? No sacks, but it was week 2, against Washington. Getting my games mixed up. But yeah, 2 sacks in that week 2 loss, where the Giants lost 21-18. Jane Daniels' second game in the National Football League. Pinnock was used as a blitzer and a playmaker off the edge, and that's what I want to see him used in this Denard Wilson defense. Be a guy that plays in the box, be someone that can come off the edge, cause some havoc. Had 2 sacks in that week 2 game, had 3 quarterback pressures as well in week 3 against Cleveland. Gave you 2 quarterback hurries as well as a sack in that one. So this is a guy that's a chess piece on defense. He can blitz off the edge. Underrated athlete as well. We saw him get on his horses in that 100-plus yard pick 6 that he had against the Miami Dolphins coming later in that season. I'm going to check my phone as it is blowing up with notifications. Nothing new on the Giants, but Jason Pinnock back with his football team, and you've got a pretty decent secondary right now, at least when it comes, you have a decent safety room, is what I was trying to say. You bring in Jason Pinnock, you bring in Ardarius Washington, you have Javon Holland, and you have Tyler Nubin, who I'm hoping can play better in a new defense with new coaching. So you have 4 guys who honestly I think can all play. The Giants haven't carried very much safety quality depth over the past couple of years, and I like having him back on this football team as a depth piece. He can contribute when it comes to special teams as well. I'll just pull up his special team stats right here. 115 special team snaps in 2025, only 26 in 2024 for the Giants because he became more of a down in, down out, every down player for Big Blue. But in 2023, 128 special team snaps. In 2022, 209. He's got 582 special team snaps in his career, 94 coming on kick return, 108 on kick coverage, 145 on punt return, 58 on punt coverage, and 177 on punt block. So you're getting a guy that could do a lot of things. I think he's underrated in coverage. I'll have to go and watch some tape. Can't lie, I didn't watch many Niners games this year. I'll reach out to my guy Chase Sr., who covers the Niners here at Chat Sports, but I liked him on the Giants. And for a veteran, a minimum, I think it makes a lot of sense. And now you got four guys who I think you should have trust in that can all play for the New York Giants if they need to and can all have success. Does this change the draft plans for the Giants when it comes to Caleb Downs? No. You don't change your draft plans at a position because you signed two veterans in Jason Pinnock as well as Ardarius Washington. If you love Caleb Downs, you take him. And Tyler Nubin's entering year 3. He'll be on the Giants most likely in 2027, and then who knows if he gets a contract extension. So still no long-term plans at the safety spot. I 100% think that Caleb Downs will be in play at number 5. Before we talk about the Giants clearing $15+ million in cap space, I want to let you know until 6 o'clock tonight, I believe, we have a $5 off sale on our merch store. When you go to chatsports.com/GiantsNow, $5 off any item. It'll automatically be applied when you get to checkout. We've got a bunch of different shirts. Check it out. I'll make that link clickable in the comments. It's chatsports.com/GiantsNow. All right. The Giants created $15.1 million in cap space by clicking the Brian Burns button that we have talked time and time again about. This is why I made it so clear to everyone that watches this channel that the New York Giants can go out and sign anybody that they want in free agent. They may be acting like a team that doesn't want to spend a lot of money right now, but if there are moves that they love and there are players that are still out there that they want to be New York Giants, they can create cap space by doing so. One of the ways we talked about was by restructuring Brian Burns. The Giants processed a simple conversion of linebacker edge Brian Burns' contract, moving $22.75 million of salary into a signing bonus, which clears $5.1 million of 2026 cap space. Again, a player has no say-so in a restructure because the money that is going to the player does not change. They actually get it a little bit more up front, so it actually is a little bit beneficial for the player. So for 2026, Brian Burns has a cap hit of $21.3 million, and in 2027 and 2028, a cap hit of $44 million. I could see the Giants restructuring his contract again in 2027 and then working some sort of contract extension and a new deal out so he doesn't have a $50+ million cap hit in 2028. The Giants have plenty of money right now. They have enough money to sign their rookie class. They could trade Kayvon Thibodeau to save another $15 million if they wanted to, and they got a pick back that they felt was equal value for Thibodeau, and they could restructure the contract of Andrew Thomas and save almost $12 million by doing that. They could also give a contract extension to Dexter Lawrence. That would lower his cap hit for 2026. So anybody out there saying the New York Giants don't have cap space, the New York Giants can't afford players, the New York Giants have no money, who are they going to sign what player with what money? Don't listen to them. They don't know what they're talking about. If the Giants want to be aggressive, they can be. They have more than enough resources to make it happen. So keep that in mind as we continue to roll on past week 1 of free agency. But the news of the day, Jason Pinnock back with Big Blue. Brian Burns' contract has been restructured. They save $15 million, and we'll see if the New York Giants spend any more money on players in free agency as they still don't have a starting right guard. They still don't have a starting defensive tackle next to Dexter Lawrence. I'd like another move at receiver. I like the Calvin Austin addition. I think it's a really good value deal. I'd like more cornerback competition as well. I like what they've done. Still moves to be made and money to spend. Appreciate you tuning in. If you haven't yet and you made it this far in the video, hit that thumbs up icon and let's go Giants.